Hope you've been feeling great. Hope you've been feeling amazing, spectacular, all that good stuff, all that good jazz. Y'all know the vibes. We out here striving. Can't complain. All that good jazz. We're here with an amazing human being. Robert Nally. Educator, game dev, creator. Lives here in Philly. If you wanna tell the people about yourselves a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I teach at Drexel and UArts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I've been making games for I guess like 10 years.
Wow.
Um, I guess yeah. So yeah.
Wow.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, that's the mastery. That's the mastery right
Uh,
there. We love it. We love it. We
cool.
absolutely love it. That's spectacular. And on top of that, we have got this game prepared for everyone so that they can enjoy the beauty of your game City of Murals. It's
Cool.
it's
Yeah,
quite
thanks.
it's quite fantastic. I think from the art, not only from that, but to like just how the music, the storyline, and how I think it's all coming together. It's
Thank you.
very it's the same thing when I told you when I met you at Magfest. I was saying like it feels like a game I should play. And I know it's not the most descriptive ever, but like I can't. There's no other way for me to describe it. It just feels right. The game feels right to me. Something about it is like just phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna try and keep, I don't know, pushing that. I remember what you said, like, I don't know, just that it feels cool. It made me want to do more actually with like vibration stuff and the controller and stuff like that. So
Mm.
hopefully actually just like in the future the like actual feel of it will be even better. But yeah, I don't know. I tried to give like the character a bunch of like control, like so you could kind of, I don't know, like the old 2D games that I would play, I always, or that's where I started. I don't know. I started with like Atari. So like sometimes in those older like even Genesis games, you would get like a lot of control over the player. Um Sometimes maybe with like more modern games, you get like they have like nicer animations, but like sometimes maybe it feels like you have less
Mm-hmm.
control of the player. So yeah, I don't know. I tried to like bring back some of the control and still have it in like a 3D form because yeah, you don't always, I guess, get that as much in 3D. You can still kind of get it in 2D games,
Hmm.
but maybe not as much in 3D games.
And particularly with this game, what was your vision, the feeling of the vision you had in terms of creating this?
That's a good question. Like when I started, uh, my initial goal was to like I was playing Minecraft and
Mm.
it took me a while to get into it because when it started coming out, I was like in school learning to do 3D modeling and stuff. So I had a bunch of friends that were like playing this very blocky game, and I was like, "What are you doing? It looks so ugly. Like, why would you play that?" It took me a really long time to like accept it, because they were all like, it's so much fun. And then I played it, and I was like, "Oh, like." The procedural world and like being able to explore and go anywhere was really cool to me. Um, and that's kind of what I started with. I kind of started with like just an idea of like, what if you could just that was I probably changed the name of this game like 10 times also. So it was
Mm.
initially like just explore. And I was just trying to make it so that it would be like cool to explore and kind of do that. So that was kind of just my like, I don't know, initial I guess I don't know, starting place was like, what if you were just kind of like moving around and like and because yeah, I don't know. Like I played World of Warcraft, and
Mm-hmm.
before that I would play like Guild Wars,
Mm.
and I never like needed quests to like go through the world. Like I would always, because I'm also always interested in like the character, how the character looks and their armor and stuff like that. So I would always like try and speed go through areas before like under leveled to kind of just explore and see what was in like the area and stuff
Mm.
like that. So I don't know. That's part of the like, I guess, fun part for me maybe in making it is also like because at a certain point I like tried to make it procedural like Minecraft too, so I would like make these like procedural forests,
Hmm.
and then
Could you
I wouldn't. Oh,
just
okay.
explain for a little bit of what procedural means for our viewers?
Yeah, sure. So it means like you basically make like square tiles of things, and then you have a little bit of control of saying like this is where you're going to start and where you're going to end. And if you've got I probably had like 10 different tiles, and then it'll fill in like between the start and end like randomly, and it'll rotate them randomly, and like um and you have like a little bit of waiting to be like, I want this tile to appear more towards the end or more towards the beginning. So I would just be like randomize, and then I would play it, and sometimes you see like a lot of repetition and it's not that interesting, but sometimes like you don't necessarily know what you're gonna get. And I would just have these like huge forests, and I'd be like, I wonder if I can like get to the top of the forest or something, or I wonder if I could get up there, or like that looks really neat over there,
Hmm.
and I wouldn't know if I could kind of get to it because I was also sort of like building the mechanics of it. Um, and it was also at that point then too, it was also like a little bit of like the first VR headset. So I'd be like in VR in this
Oh
like
wow.
forest, and like you have all these different movement abilities too. So you have like a glider and a jetpack and like a dash. So like I'd be like, I wonder if I can like chain things together to like get up to here to the top, and like then too like if you've got like a cool sci-fi sound like I would listen to like the Fez soundtrack or something like that,
Hmm.
or Life Formed. Like if you have like a cool sci-fi soundtrack too, like it's fun. I don't know, it's fun. Like so to me, that's like the I don't know the like the core of it that I try. And the hard part is like getting people to like understand all the mechanics so they can try and get to that part. But to me, that's like I don't know the fun part of like making it, and like I don't know trying to have people play it is like the the exploration of it kind of thing.
Wow. Wow. That's just that's incredible. I'm just like listening to all of that. It's just the fact I didn't know the maps I was looking at were procedurally generated. I thought that was just by design, but now that I know that now, I'm like, oh wow. Now I'm even more impressed. I'm like, wow. I was already impressed, but wow, because like
Some
I
of
love that stuff. I love it when
some
games
of
do that.
them are some of them are linear. So
Mm,
like that was like I don't know the other thing of like because I just kind of a lot of people like work on a lot of different games and they learn different things by doing I just keep working on the same game. That's kind of the like control mechanism, and then I keep changing it.
mm,
Um but like sometimes I would go sometimes to like Philly game mechanic game jams or meetings, and I'd throw somebody into like the procedural forest, and then it'd be like I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going, or like and so that was sort of the then I started to build like linear levels to teach people the game.
mm,
Um, so there's a mix. There's like a mix of like very sort of scripted stuff, but then also the like the random stuff. And then two, like I guess because I kind of started like I had started with like around probably when like Minecraft was becoming popular, and then to me like I always watched like No Man's Sky and kind of what that did because that was
mm,
always to me some that was because that has like sort of the procedural generation for everything. Um, that was always to me sort of the like prettier Minecraft in a way, and like watching some of the trajectory of that of like people thinking there wasn't enough to do, or like even with that, like there were so many things to explore, but
mm-hmm,
if you don't have like interesting things in the area, then it doesn't matter, I guess, that you've
mm.
got things eventually became so open that you could get bored with the
Like
openness of
wandering,
it.
just
Yeah.
yeah, it's nothing to
So
see.
then there needed to be like like a little bit of restriction on that. So actually, some of the procedurally generated ones, like what I ended up doing was I would like just take the best little chunks, and that would kind of become its own level in a way that I could
Mm,
kind of still like make nicer, I guess, a little bit.
mm. Wow, wow,
So yeah.
wow. That's phenomenal. Like it's good. It's like not often that we get to hear like the thought process of such a game that has mean it's the only one I've ever played. That's like what it seems to be what it is. So like I'm like, whoa, like this is awesome, because I just from the to see where it is now to see from when you started it, and just like because I discovered Minecraft like kind of like in the earlier stages of it. I was like a young boy, but like now I'm like hearing how long you've been working on this game. That's phenomenal. Like that not only is that an aspect of like the showcase of like the actual art of this and the dedication to building something that you feel is like this is a work piece that I can show to people and they can play and enjoy themselves and can have a fun experience because I had fun building it. Like that's absolutely phenomenal, and that's also a great point to segue on how we can step into this game and show the wonderful people what we have and what we can look at and all the beauty that it is and all the fun that I've been having. That's that still new, but hey, still a wonderful experience. And just to make sure, you can see the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so everyone, this is the loading screen. This title screen, yo. Oh my gosh, look at the beauty. Look at the beauty. Look at the art. You hear the beat, dog. What's good? Like, this is a whole vibe. I love it. I absolutely love it. So real quick before I hit start, City of Murals. Where'd the name come from?
I mean, it's basically Philadelphia, so
I knew it.
it's sort of that. But at a certain point, I guess I was trying to do the Metroid thing where you sort of like you get a quick loop of the game that like maybe gives you all of the abilities, but then so you get like a taste of what's to come in the beginning, but then like you can really play the game and you kind of earn them and go slowly one by one. And I was like, I'll try and do that, and I thought it would be fun to then like because of the way the programming worked, I was like, I'll just kind of kill the player, like I'll give them all the abilities and then I'll kill them, sort of.
Wait, so what do you mean by that?
So like there used to be this, it's still actually kind of in the game, but like you're in like a crashing ship and you're kind of getting pushed out, and like I give you all of the abilities, but then you're like falling, and in like 30 seconds if you don't kind of use them, you'll die. And then there was like this other level where you were like, you would learn a couple things and then you were like meant to run across sort of this bridge, and I programmed it so the bridge would fall out and you'd kind of fall down this hole and like die again. So I was like trying to teach the player something, and then I was killing them, but then like it just went horribly wrong because people just kept dying in the beginning, and like they didn't understand what was going on, and it was bad. But my point was sort of just to like, I was trying to just do that loop, and then it was like I was actually talking to one of my students, and he was like, you should just make death feel a little bit better. And then that's kind of where it was like more for sort of the story purposes of like, that's how the game kind of became like a roguelike. Just trying to like make it more interesting. And then the deaths kind of became murals then. So like each time every time you play the game, like, well, I guess you'll see in a sec, you're like a different person. So then like every time you die, that person is kind of gone. So the mural is kind of like it's meant to sort of be like a person. And so the city of murals is like all of these people that you're
Yo, oh my gosh, yo, That is so. That's absolutely sick. That is I have no response to that. I have no response to it other than that's amazing. That is amazing, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy you told us that. Wow, like that's phenomenal. Okay, I'm just gonna hit start at this point. Like, oh my gosh, we gotta show him the game. This is phenomenal. Ooh, this beautiful intro.
Like a motherless child, a long way from home, a long way from home.
What an intro. What an intro. Wow. Puppet Master themselves. Oh my gosh.
So this is like your Nemesis, kind of. And this is like you have a randomized time sort of ticking down. So like you'll start with 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
If that gets to 0, you die. So you have to find time collectibles. That's sort of like a thing to keep you progressing in the game. And then you get, or the more you get, the more time you'll sort of have. So there you go. So like you're Matt Gambino.
You're 107 years old. Yeah, live a full life. You know what it is. I love it. Okay. Oh. See, that is so graphically. I really like how you have this like filter over the game that gives it like a little bit of a granular feel. Like I can't describe it. It just feels like so visually pleasing to look at. Like, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen something like this. Oh, here we go. People can see. Hi, welcome to your new home. Yo, we're back home, y'all. Oh my gosh, have a look around, check out the shops. Yeah, we're ready to start to this shit. Oh, we out here? Alright. So could you tell us what this little blue character is? That's fine.
That is Lunchbox. So he's like just a little pet robot friend that'll follow you. But he will sort of fly to little tutorial areas and give you like little tips and information and stuff like that.
Wow.
But yeah, that's Lunchbox.
Wow, that's so sick. Look at these jumping abilities. Oh, bro, my man's got the ups. Yo. Wow, I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, hold on. Let me turn around here a little bit. Oh, I'm on my computer. Here we go. Alright, I'm back. Okay, hold up. What's the other side of this, man? Control, remapping. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a funny name, Buns. Absolutely love this. Oh, so, okay, when I was doing the demo at MagFest, this location right here, I was like, what is this? If you could give us a little backdrop on who these characters are.
Yeah, so you're also like a person, like typical like Metroid thing. You're like a person in a robot suit. And you're also like a roboticist kind of, which is sort of just like people that like are improving themselves with like mechanical technology. So as you go through the game, you'll find like other like robot bodies, and then you can actually think, so one of like our programmers, like who is also I guess one of my students, you get these like pickups. So you'll get like, it's sort of like a skin that'll change your suit. So you can like, if you go to that vendor, there's you have to sort of collect them. But
Okay.
you can yeah, so like those are like as you progress through the game, you'll find suits that you can like change how you look, basically.
Are those generative as well?
No, they're all. I guess as you see them, you'll see like they're just like other characters that I've always thought were cool growing up. So there's like a Lion-O one, there's like a Voltron kind of one, Mega Man. There's a one that looks like a turtle, a Ninja Turtle. So they're all they're just like hand painted skins basically that you can kind of find.
By the way, I love this UI sound effect right here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that sounds very cool. Let's keep pushing on our journey. Person with an axe, terrifying.
I'll say something at some point. Yeah.
Okay. It's like an elevator.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the dopest whole way. Looking up here, like that's sick. Man, first, let's take us on our journey.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I mean, would you like to take a look up there?
Oh, there's just like a little bit of everything there. Like that's the time. Actually, if you go to the purple thing, that's like the time collectible that you're kind of looking for. I wouldn't go to maybe the upgrade shop yet, but there's like a weapon upgrade shop and like a health shop and like a few quests and stuff like that. But yeah, if you run into that, you'll like pick it up, or you should.
Checkpoint, huh? Okay. Let's let people see what's going on out here.
So there's like a save. There's like a checkpoint system basically. So like you can kind of go into the ship and fly around. And as you discover things, you could like zip back to sort of where you were, or you could go back in the ship and like fly to a different place if you wanted to. So it gives you like a little more sort of freedom, I guess, to kind of explore, or not have to like take a bunch of time to get back to where you were.
So by the way, I love that frames per second are like on the screen.
Everyone does love that. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Yeah, I'm bobbing and weaving out here. Wow, this is really cool. Whoa. Yo, did you purposely make the the shoot sound like in key with that last beat that was playing?
No, I didn't know.
That was like it actually is like in key. Like that's amazing.
That was probably just happenstance. Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's spacebar. Oh, cool, yeah. Spacebar will like zoom or make you go faster too if you want.
Oh, sound like that.
So kind of yeah.
Oh snap! Yep. Out here in outer space. This one part of ooh, this is sick.
The blue planet on the right, it's got like a little bit of everything, but the main planet is also good for like a slower like learning of the game. So like either one of those probably works.
Let's go to the jump. Ooh.
That was good. No, that was really good. The way it was set up before, it was hard for people to kind of fly it. So like, you got it on the first try. Like we actually, Keenan, who's like programming, with me and helping on the game, like programmed most of that ship. So like, the fact that you got it on the first try is really good.
Hey, that's great. Oh wow, we in the desert with it. Okay, I love it. Oh, by the way, this gravity is just being able to jump so high. Oh, that's an adorable little art piece. I love that.
Oh, that's from Mac.
Okay,
Mac was at Mac was at MacFest. So
yeah, I think I see Mac in the chat right now.
oh, cool. Yeah, Mac did all the emotes.
Okay, sweet. Trying to come through. Seems as though on the streaming end it's a little laggy, but for us it's very clear. But trying to see what I can do for that.
I do see it lag on mine too, but
Yeah. Oh, let's see what I can do. Maybe I. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I thought it ended up there. Hold on. Maybe I can like potentially lower the graphics. Oh lord.
Oh, you know what? Try I was gonna say you could try VSync off. Maybe might help.
Off? Okay.
Yeah. And then I would try. It'll look really bad with the quality at minimum.
Okay.
I would try, yeah, or at least a little. Yeah, there might be something less than mega.
Okay. More than that?
Yeah, more than that. Yeah. It'll be real bad.
So I took it low. Higher.
Try one more maybe, or average maybe. Yeah. See if maybe that'll help.
Ooh. How's it look on your screen? A little smoother?
Still kind of laggy. Oh, there. That's going better now. A little bit, yeah.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna better. Can't close that OBS. Okay. That. Okay. Does that help at all? Hold on. Can you see me move?
Now it's going okay.
Okay.
It seems okay. I don't know.
This beat, by the way, is amazing.
Oh, cool.
I love it. Like seriously, every track I've heard has been fire. Like every track I've heard has been fire. Like I hope that hopefully the speed will be better for the stream. But regardless, y'all can hear this fire beat and our lovely voices talking about this amazing experience. Wow, this is sick.
Oh, cool. There is like a noise. You mentioned like the way it looks and stuff. So there's like a noise filter on it, and then like also like a dirt overlay, and then there's also like tilt shifting, I guess. I tried to make it so that you feel kind of small in the world.
You definitely do. Like guys, like when I first loaded in, I thought like, am I in am I like a toy soldier? Is my first thought. The first time I experienced this game. This looks not the only ones that have been. Okay, alright. Looks like we going this way then. Yeah.
I always played with G.I. Joes when I was a kid, so that's always like my reference for a lot of this stuff, like the 3.5-inch size G.I. Joes with the rubber bands.
Man. The G.I. Joes, I don't think I had them, but I think I just watched more of the cartoon. The show. Maybe I think of the movie. Either or. I know I was watching something G.I. Joe, and I was like, oh my god, it's like gonna be a secret agent. Dreams as a child. I mean, yeah, it still could come true, hopefully. Man, no, but seriously, I actually love this. Actually, I wanna. So if I step in this water, oh lord, oh no, I started put little sparks on my suit. Oh my gosh.
Your like shield and health are like some of the things underneath. They're like underneath you on the UI.
Okay. And I remember I think it's like Q and E is how you switch weapons.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yo, seriously, I love the shooting mechanics of this game.
Oh, cool.
Like it's like, have you ever heard of what were they called? They were called Bakugan. Yeah, Bakugan. It's like this.
I know.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I know. I haven't heard of that.
It was like this. It's like it's this like game. You get these little characters, and then you can like turn them into like basically you put marbles into them, and like you would be on like a battlefield, and you would like shoot marbles at each other. And I don't know, the little like the orbs just remind me of the marbles. I think it's super cool. And I love the sound too.
Oh. You have another gun too, so you actually have two guns. That's maybe the one you want more of now. Yeah. One gun will destroy stuff. The other gun makes, it's called like a grow gun, so it makes plants and like platforms, and you can do a bunch of stuff with it.
Wait a second, hold on.
if you try shooting it at the water area that's like over there, yeah, it might grow stuff. Yeah, so there you go.
Oh
And then if you like shoot the pink thing again, like more of them will grow. Yeah. So then you can like make little platforms or.
This is sick. Yo, this is awesome. Oh my gosh, bro. That's absolutely awesome. But seriously, like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, this, like from the moment I touched the controller and was playing a little bit back in MagFest, like I knew I was like, I feel very proud to say, like, yeah, bro, I've never played something like this.
Cool.
Super sick.
We did the grow gun was kind of cool because I think I told my well, at least there's like so many, like a lot of video games are very like violent, and
Yeah.
it actually even goes back to like our fight or flight response, but like I feel like maybe more men tend to do like fight or flight, and then because there's always like men at a lot of doing the early like game stuff, you don't get the other side of it, which is like tend to befriend, which is kind of what like women tend to do as like a safety and security. Like they'll befriend people and have like a bigger tribe of people. You don't like get and so I feel like you don't get as many like maybe games that have non-violent mechanics, and that's like a thing that's like kind of, I feel like, increasing over the years. So
Oh my god. No. Oh my gosh, I did not see that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna jump right across. Oh my lord. Yeah, but first off, I appreciate you talking about that. Especially from your perspective, I never thought about it like that, from like a flight type of
yeah, fight or flight. Yeah.
Yeah, it never occurred to me that could play into it like that. I never. Yeah, wow. Cause like cause that's something I've noticed, and like that's like kind of why like Call of Duty is, for an example, a great game. I enjoy it, but I would find myself playing more Apex because not only is like the movement of the game really cool and stuff like that. Like I'm super into first person shooters, and I liked Apex because it's like, even though it is like a shooting game, it didn't feel real, you know, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
Call of Duty feels way realer to me. And like, for an example, I'm playing this other game currently that's like kind of Halo-esque, and it's like Space Warriors, and you're like Space Warrior first person shooter, which like I'd rather play a game like that. I don't want to feel like I'm like taking on another person, if that makes sense. Yeah, because I also feel it feeds into, to a certain extent, the culture, and the culture on top of that. Wow.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Signs of life detected. I hit accept. I think it might be loading, but I don't want to like keep clicking. Make sure I didn't like overload it.
It may take a second. It may crash, but yeah, it should load the like home base again. Hopefully,
Hey.
But
let's say this is the game demo. We're showing them. This is
this is the part. Yeah, I was like, it's gonna crash.
It's like, yo, we're still on the move, still growing the energy, and I love it. I love it. But specifically for where it's at right now, like, this is sick. Like, this is really sick. For the small amount of time of playing in this particular moment, enjoyed myself. I mean, you heard me. Like, that was sick. Oh my gosh! And I love. Hold on, I didn't even
Yeah.
peep this. That's the Philly in it, pronounced Wurdu.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh! Wow,
Yeah.
this is.
But yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna say, like, so much of games is just like moving thing. Like, I don't know, at like a small level, you're just moving things from one point to another,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it just becomes a lot about like shooting. So like in my, especially too, I don't know. Like even if you look at the stuff that happened this week, it's like,
Mm.
and like I've been working on this game for years, so like when stuff like that happens, it's like it's easy to feel like what am I doing just making a video game? So
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. Even sometimes the little things like that was sort of like where the grow gun came from. It was like, how do you take shooting that you would see a lot in a video game, but like make it non-violent? And I
Mm.
had like that was like a question I sort of put to my students, and some of them did really cool stuff. Like one person made this game where you're like first person and you throw a ball, and then you have a dog, and the dog just goes and chases the ball. So it's like a very simple like game where you're just like throwing a dog to a ball, but it's like it's a way to like use those same mechanics but have them do something differently. And I
Mm.
sort of put that like as a challenge to my students, and then they were like, "Why don't you make this like gun that grows plants?" So like that mechanic was something that like we did in class, and then I kind of liked it enough that I just kind of added it to the game. And then yeah, and then you can kind of like jump on those things or whatever, and or robots will fly into them basically.
Wow. Wow. That's. I mean, I think the impact you're having is massive because if you're helping to generate not only with your own artwork, but also posing that question to your students on how it doesn't always have to be this way.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's massive. Yeah, I think that's massive. I think that's genuinely massive because like
Oh,
that they're gonna want to create games and make games that change how the generations after them look and experience games, which is like for an example, like as I mentioned about the sounds, like I really enjoyed the sound effects for this game's shooting mechanics. It like I mean just like playing like realistic shooters. I appreciate the sound of like the guns. I get it, but like that was like I got the same satisfaction listening to those sounds. Honestly, a little bit more because like to me they're a little cute and stuff, and I was like, oh, I like this. And so forth, and like that's why I asked you. I was like, "Oh my gosh, is this sound tuned to the beat that's playing?" Because
yeah.
like that was sick. I don't know if you noticed. Like at one point, I was actually shooting on purpose to match the rhythm.
Oh no, yeah, no, but that's cool. Yeah, I didn't notice. When
Yeah.
you like when I'm putting it in, like the first inclination in putting in sounds is like people want to make it like sort of memorable, so you kind of make stuff that's like
Mm-hmm.
more bombastic, but then like I play the like I feel guilty playing a lot of other games, so I just play this game, and like if you play it long enough, like any sounds that sort of stand out, they kind of end up being grating a little bit over time. So I always found that like making the sound clips more subtle or um yeah, or just like cute pops or something, like
Mm-hmm.
it's better to like hear those sounds. And then like there's a I think the sock pop on Itch.io. They always have like great sound in their games, and like yeah, like you could just listen to some of those sounds like over and over again. Like yeah, sometimes the less bombastic, the more subtle it is, the easier it is to sort of hear it over and over again, especially in a game where you're gonna like just shoot all the time. Like you kind of want it to, I don't know, not be, you want it to be sort of subtle, I guess. I don't know.
I understand. understand. I I think it's quite intentional and and thoughtful to to approach it from such an angle, and I'm glad that this game will be coming out because I feel like it would have a large impact on like a lot of players and potentially developers' minds on how they think about stuff like that. Because it's like that's like part of the reason there's like this one game. Oh, this is like one like MOBA first person shoot, not first person shoot, top down shooter, and like I really enjoyed playing it because, or like or like an example, or even like an Overwatch. Like it's a competitive shooter, but like it is violent in the context of like you're shooting the other character, but it's not like a photorealistic person. Like it's like a giant monkey. Like that's very different, very different experiences, and like a woman from outer space. Like that's very different experiences than like making it look yeah, just once again just super realistic, which is like this makes like hearing you talk about this makes me like excited. Like I'm just thinking about like wow, like what is it that I actually like about like those types of games? Like what is it? Am I drawn to the competitiveness? Or am I drawn to? I mean, I think it kind of is competitive, but it's like I'm like the fast-paced combat. But like, how do you get that same thing, like in a way that isn't? How do you play on that same those same strings without making it violent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think there's like a huge, I don't know, like untapped market for, I don't know, just like because like I don't know, like I think of Gamergate, I guess, or like from Gamergate, there seemed to be like there should be more like women as main characters in games, and I feel like since then we've seen some of that. Like you get like Aloy or something in Horizon, I think it's like Forbidden West or something like that, or maybe like Tomb Raider came out again. Like you get more, but I always think like I don't know, like like there's a lot of women that maybe play like mobile games, but maybe they don't play PC games or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like um I don't know, sometimes when I see like women that do play more traditional games, they tend to be maybe into like games with relationships like Mass Effect or
Yeah, I see what you
what's
mean.
the other one that BioWare made with like that was more fantasy related? Um Dragon's Age.
Yeah, I remember
Like
that one.
yeah. Like I always think I don't know if have you ever heard of the game like Boyfriend Dungeon?
No, I haven't. That
It's
sounds like
like a
interesting.
it's like a dungeon crawler but it's like a dungeon crawler meets dating sim.
Oh wow.
And um in the dungeon are like dates that you can kind of sim. So it like works in a dungeon crawler, but it's also like a dating sim.
Oh wow.
Like I don't know. I always think like you could make a non-violent game. Like you could make a game that's like a dating sim that has lots of relationships or something like in a Mass Effect or Dragon Age, but like the main mechanic doesn't have to be fighting at all. Like what if it was, I don't know, like a match 3 or something like that. I always think like something like that. Like it's just waiting for like real maybe like a team of women to make something like that, and then women can play it as like a PC game, and then if it blew up, like then you just have people making people copying it and like copying the design, and then you get like a genre that kind of like spawns off of that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So I don't know. I always feel like there's like I also just like one of the student games I played was a match 3 game, and it's one of the best student games like I've gotten. So like, and even like I don't know, like I'm very into Wordle right now. So there are sometimes those games that are like outside of like it's in the mainstream, but it's not a PC game. But if you, I don't know. I always feel like if you combined it with some of the other mechanics that you get in mainstream games, that it could always kind of blow up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think.
And it wouldn't be about like fighting even at all, but you're still, I don't know, upgrading or whatever.
That's like, that's something I would love to like. I'm doing live stream so mad. Like literally live stream just on that, because like that's such an interesting like topic. Not only a topic, that just gets me excited, because like I love playing games I never played before, and I love experiencing genres I've never experienced before, and like there's like a lot of things that are coming out that is like really interesting. I think in particular something that like I've seen people seem to be enjoying is like there's that like vampire game like that
E-Diaries or
yes,
something.
yeah. It's like and like there isn't a PvP yet, but it's like you with your friends like taking and defending like these mythical monsters and so forth. I think that's also it's an opportunity to learn about like lore and just stuff of that nature. But also it's a different blend from the let's all hop in the arena and just go at it. Like that's kind of why I like racing games. Like racing games, it's like I can be competitive but not aggressive in the same way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like I love World of Warcraft. Like I would do PvE, but I would do PvP. Like sometimes I like to dip into PvP, but it's also like I like to do PvE, or it's like it doesn't always have to be. I don't know. It doesn't have to be an esport where you're trying to be the best in the world. Sometimes with PvP, like
it doesn't have to.
Sometimes you just want to fuck around a little bit.
Yo, that's why I think Minecraft, for an example, is so successful. Animal Crossing. Like Terraria is one of my favorites. Like I love playing Terraria. Like I would just load up a map with my friends, and we would just be like, bro, let's go. Let's just have our little adventure. Or like I'm also really big into like skater sims, and like for example, like one of my favorites is Skater XL, which is like really no storyline. It's just like play the game. That's it. And the community that's formed from it is so super diehard. It's like people making graphics and clothes for your character, and like trading graphics and clothes, and then like getting nice clips on different spots and new maps that people made. And it's like and it's like it's and no one's like really making an effort to be the best. It's just people are having fun, and those moments are being captured and then brought back to the community, which is like I think that's phenomenal. I mean, you can go at it from that angle if you want. No, it's all balanced.
Yeah. That is. My friend John is making a game called High Point 2, which is definitely worth checking out, and that's like it's in that vein of where it's also like very lighthearted, and it's like not so serious. It's still sort of like a sporty game, but it's not as like intense in that way. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that kind of stuff interests me too. Yeah, just the like different games that I don't know, aren't as like violent in that sort of way.
Yeah, that's I think that is a future I would love to see. And with that being said, we come closer to the end of our time. If you could tell the wonderful people, Robert, where they can find you, where they can find more of your work, when they can know this beautiful game, The City of Murals, is coming out, and so forth, and where they can potentially go get the exclusive download and test it out themselves.
I mean, for the exclusive download, you just email me, because like I'm a sucker. Actually, someone just was like emailed me and said like, I really want to play it. I've been waiting for it. I just sent it to them. So honestly, like if someone, I'll just send it because I just want people to play it. But if you go to robertnally.com or playforphilly.com, that'll kind of take you to the like my website or the game's website, and it's just City of Murals on Steam. And yeah, if you wish list it, that's super helpful for like us. I'm like going through a process of maybe trying to get a publisher to hopefully get more money to give to people basically from the area to help make it. So yeah, like the wish list super help. And yeah, and you can kind of find like Robert Nally on like if you search on like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok now and like all that stuff. So yeah, I'm on like all the different social media things. I think that's pretty much all the different things.
Yeah, we love to see it. We love to see it. And we hope that all of you enjoyed this experience. Hope you got to see the potential future that video games could be leading towards in terms of just different games that we have not yet experienced that open us up to different ways of viewing not only our lives and the world, and also viewing the fun that we have. And with that being said, I want you to have a great night. I want you to have a spectacular morning. I want you to have a spectacular day wherever you are in the world. And it was a pleasure having you here with us. And yeah. Peace, y'all. Stay safe.
Thanks for hanging out.